Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this particular video, we are going to discuss about basic difference between generative AI, AI agent and agentic AI. So let's discuss each one by one. I hope you may be knowing about large language model. Okay, when we talk about large language model, these models are actually very huge models, right? It is trained with billions of data. And you have been seeing like various models like GPT-4, GPT-4 mini, and etc. like mini models. These are trained with huge amount of data. What it is doing, it is generating new content. And when we the models can probably generate new images, it can generate new text, new videos, etc. So I have written all this here. It is basically generating new content whenever we try to give any kinds of input, right? Any kind of input we are giving, it is generating new content. If it is a let's say we are saying, please generate a new image related to agentic AI. So this LLM model, if it has a multi-model capabilities, it will able to generate that particular image or video, whatever specific things we require. Whenever we talk in this way, this is something related to Gen AI. Okay. So this is something related to Gen AI. Right now, when we say, hey, let's go ahead and build generative AI application. Whenever we create a chatbot, that chatbot should be able to do specific tasks. The main aim is your main aim is generating new content. You can definitely do it, right? There we are saying, hey, we are specifically working in generative AI application. Here the most important thing is that there's some few properties that everybody should keep in mind. When we talk about generative AI application, they are specifically reactive. Okay, when we say reactive, now what does this basically mean? In order to work with LLM, right, we definitely have to write some kind of prompt. Okay, prompt basically on this particular prompt, this LLM model will generate new content. This is really important to understand. Now, what does this prompt basically means? This prompt is nothing, just sentence. Okay. May say, hey, please try to act as a data scientist and take an interview for me. So this is kind of prompt. That is kind of instruction that I am giving to LLM model. Here, the most important thing with respect to generative AI content is LLM models. Along with this models, we specifically write prompts, right? How this particular LLM models should be behaving and how it is going ahead and generating new content. So with respect to this generative AI application, there are a lot of different kind of libraries we are using. There are libraries I can say LangGraph, LangChain, etc. You can go ahead and use any library. Now this is all about generative AI content. Like we have chatbot, we are giving some prompt to LLM. Okay, and it is generating new content. Now coming to the part AI agent versus agentic AI. So this is super important thing because things that we work on, that agentic AI application, it is trending in every field nowadays. People are thinking that how we can automate everything, the entire workflow with the help of agentic AI, agent application. Okay. Now let's go ahead and discuss about this. Now let's go ahead and discuss what is basic difference between AI agent and agentic AI. Let's say I have some kind of LLM. LLM is most important thing because this LLM something that we act like LLM is something that act as agentic AI. It is very important how this AI agent is different when compared to the LLM. So let's say that I have a specific LLM. Now this LLM can be any model we discussed. Let's consider that is something like we are going to use from Grok. It can be Llama also. We are using this specific model, and these models are trained with some specific past data. Like they don't have current information. Let's say I'm asking who won WPL. So it doesn't have that information as of now because it has past data. So LLM will not know the right result because it is not connected to the internet. Okay, that kind of scenario, whenever I ask this particular question, the LLM will not be able to answer us because it doesn't have the specific information. So now, like this is the major disadvantage of LLM. LLM will not be able to generate new content on current information. It will not able to give you uh, right information for current date. Let's say I am going to ask something specific to company. Obviously, like this LLM will not trained with the company data because the company data will be private to that company, right? So that may be that so that way also that LLM will not be able to give you the give that data unless and until it is connected with some kind of external database or external data source. Okay. So what is data source? Like what it will be dependent on? It will be dependent on third party source. Let's say there is one third party source. I will consider in this scenario. I will just go ahead and connect to some kind of database. Let's say one of the database we are calling Tabili. Here you can see this is third party data source that is Tabili. It provides you some kind of internet search. If you can use that a particular API, you can write this specific wrapper and you can probably go ahead and write this. Now, like coming to the question, question can arise, how this LLM is basically going to call this Tabili API. Now, there is one important property. If you are learning LangChain or LangGraph or a specific library, there is one concept like called tool call. We are calling tool call. Let's say that if the LLM is not able to provide the response for this particular input, it will keep on looking for an external thing that will be able to handle this particular output. Now, in this particular case, when I ask input saying that what is current news? What is current news for a specific date? Today's date. The LLM will not able to give the answer. So the LLM will look for whether it is connected to any third party or not. Okay. So that is where it will make the specific tool call. It will making the specific tool call. Now this tool call will be doing something like this. The tool call will call made and based on this I will be getting the response. Okay. Now as soon as the LLM made a tool call, it got this specific response. So this may be a request. This is my response. Okay. It is calling LLM is calling tool call to Tabili. Okay. It is let's say we are sending one request and we are getting one response here. Okay. Then LLM is smart enough to finally summarize that particular output, that response where and we are getting output. Okay, from LLM at the end we are getting output. So request is going and getting information right back as a response. This is basically happening by a AI agent, just a single AI agent. I can consider this as an AI agent. Here my main aim is that I have asked an input saying that today's news. I really want to see for this particular date. AI news, which may LLM was not able to do it. Okay. So what it has done, LLM is smart enough to understand which tool is probably called. And based on this tool functionality is calling this and it is getting response. Okay. It is here we are sending request. We are getting response. Okay. This is a specific task that is solved by Tevili, which is responsible for internet search. So this task can be considered as an AI agent. For this specific task, we have defined. We are able to for this specific task, we are able to probably go ahead and call this, and we are getting the response. Now the question arises, what is Agentic AI? LLM is responsible for making that tool call and getting output and summarizing that output and giving it over here. Also, we can add prompt also. Like we can add prompt also here when we are giving a question to LLM. One also like once I get the response, I can add the prompt here based on that, I can summarize the output. Okay. Now, if I talk about agentic AI, and for discussing about the agentic AI application, let's consider that I have a task, and this task, let's consider our agentic AI part. For this, I want to probably convert a, let's consider a task, and that is, I want to probably convert YouTube video that I really want to upload to a blog. Like basically, task is convert YouTube video to blog. Okay. And let's say that I have been uploading so many videos. Just imagine how can we convert this into blog and publish into my website? Okay, it will be definitely a good idea. Here is like I can divide it into multiple subtasks. First of all, like I will take this YouTube video and I will convert this into transcript from YouTube video. After considering the transcript from this, my second task will be creating title, right? Then after that, third task will be creating description. Then after that, like we will get blog. Okay. So for creating, I can create one AI agent for YouTube transcription. I will provide YouTube video URL here, and this will convert. This will give us transcript. Okay. Similarly, second AI agent that basically like that will take this transcript and it will be like it should be able to give me title. Now third AI agent. It should be give me description. Okay. This kind of one workflow, like from this AI agents, finally we will get one blog. Okay. So what I am doing here, I am giving YouTube URL. Then this agent is responsible in taking from this and giving the output as a transcript. Now this transcript is sent to all the agents and finally we can combine all this output and give me a final block, right? So what does this basically mean? An AI isn't only used to do one task, okay? But in agentic AI system, this is my entire complex workflow, okay, with respect to agentic AI system. This is performing this entire task together. So every agent is communicating with each other, right? I can add one more thing over here. I can add human feedback also here. Okay. So here what is basically happening? AI agents are communicating with each other. I can also make sure to probably before this AI agent, let's say this agent is responsible in probably creating a description. Okay. For creating a description, it is also want the title. So it will just go ahead and whatever output it is creating for the title, it will give to the agent 3. Okay. This will take that information and do this. So internally you will be able to see we can also make this agent communicate each other to solve a complex workflow and finally achieve a goal. So just to understand what the difference between AI agent versus genetic AI, here AI agent is doing only one task. And in agentic AI system, agent will be collaborating with each other. This is really important collaborating. Collaborating with each other solves a goal. Okay, so this is really important to understand. So I hope you understand this particular video. I hope you like this video and this was the basic difference between generative AI versus AI agent versus agentic AI. Thank you so much.